Hey, Derek here, and today I am sitting on a toilet. I am planning on fixing this toilet, but this is one annoying toilet right here. This is a newly bought house, and I moved into this house and the water was shut off. So I had the water turned back on, and this toilet kept the water from getting turned on correctly. So I had to go throughout the house, turn off all water valves, and I didn't know what the culprit was, and it ended up being this one right here. When they did the water test, this thing was leaking. And that was my problem. So any other scenario, let's say you're laying in bed and you go to the bathroom late at night, you go to lay back down, and all you hear is water running lying in bed. That's almost as bad as hearing a drip in the kitchen. I mean, it's just horrible hearing that constant sound, and plus you're racking up all those dollars from your water constantly running. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace the flapper inside of this toilet, and they're so easy to replace. About 90% of the time, this is the reason that most toilets end up failing and start leaking on the inside. So it's just a constant running inside the poo water side of the bowl. So this thing is just constantly filling in water, and this is not sealing off in the bottom of where the clean water is. So if you need to replace this, you don't need gloves, you need anything like that, because this is the clean water side of your toilet. All you need is these right here. I bought these from Lowe's. These were $10 for 3-pack. So if you want to buy them individually, you can buy one at a time for like $4. But I've got a 3-bath in this house, so if the other 2 go out, I have a replacement. But most of the time in these toilets, they're made out of rubber. This one's made out of what is called Corazon, which is kind of like a silicone type stuff. So they're going to seal. But if this does not fix it, there's other aspects in here that actually fill up the water, the fill stem that's in here. So you can replace that, it's really easy. But if you want to start eliminating things that are in here, replace the flapper, and it's real easy. But you do have an arm for your float that's in here. There's nothing special about it. It just basically, as the water level comes up, it raises up, and this arm can tend to not hit correctly on here, and it'll keep the water flowing in here as well. So if you end up replacing this flapper and it still leaks, you can play with this or play with it before, and you may not have to go buy a flapper. Sometimes you can bend this little metal rod that goes to the little ball float that's down in here. You'll see it here in a second. And there's also an adjustment screw right here on the top that you can adjust, and it sits right on top of here, and it'll actually shut the water off. So you can kind of play with it, and you'll see, and then it'll stop the water from flowing inside of here. But I got a GoPro. We're going to go down inside of here, and if you've got water in here, turn your water valve off. And basically what you want to do is, once this raises up, it's going to put all the water back into the actual toilet, the dirty side of the toilet down in here. So since these are just like this, they're flexible and the same as on the inside. So basically it's got 2 little prongs that sit on the inside. You just trade those out, put them back on those prongs, and then your chain goes on this rod for the actual flushing mechanism arm. So let's get our GoPro and go inside. Alright, here's the inside. Here's the rod that I was talking about that you can kind of play with if your water's still on and you're messing with it. And this is the float. And this is the little screw mechanism. So you can actually screw down, but it hits on the underside right there and stops this from filling in water. So a lot of times you can just play with this first before ever having to buy a flapper. But I know in this case, it's most likely the flapper. So all I've got to do here is undo this side right there. Bam. And then undo this other side. This is flexible stuff. And then it's got a little arm here. Let's see if we can get that off one-handed. And that's it. Simple as that. Alright. Now, if I can do this one-handed again, you just put this down in here. Put your arm right over there because it just kind of sets on it. Like that. Alright, we got the flapper down in there. So now what we need to do is we need to figure out where this arm is going to go here. So if you kind of let this lever down, this is the actual mechanism for flushing, you just kind of space it out and you figure out where it's going to be with the holes that are on there. So we got that right there, so right around in there on that link, right, get this thing down there where we want it, right there. Okay, I got it on the link. Now all you got to do is put it on this other part right there. So now we've got a working flapper. So basically all we got to do here is fill this up now. So let me turn the water back on. Make sure this thing is going to seal. Come on. And you can play with this chain part to kind of figure out where you want the actual lever to be, but that's about right there. So with the chain extension, I don't like to have a lot of slack in mine. So once you actually hit it, it starts to drain immediately. Okay, it's getting to its level. Come on, it's just right there. And this is where you can kind of play with it whenever it's kind of not wanting to seal off. Right there. And as you notice, it's fixed. Well, that was an easy fix. So now I don't have to worry about when my kids get up in the middle of the night and decide that they need to go to the bathroom, and they come in here, go to the bathroom, and this thing just sits here and runs all night, and that's all I hear. So maybe I just saved myself a lot of mess up and saving myself some money, because they don't always have to go to my bathroom. They can come to this one because I had the valve shut off. But let me know what you guys think, and if this video was helpful, let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys, and thanks for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.